Hello everyone, I am Dr. Aarti Verma presenting Ecocrticism in Indian literary texts. We'll discuss here about relation of human and nature in ancient India. In India, nature has always been given status equal to the Great Mother. Due to reverential relation with the nature, humans had not exploited nature. People felt divinity in nature and used to worship it. The Indian tradition was strongly cosmocentric, which means where humans live as a part of ecosystem in which everything is connected to everything else. Now there are some ancient ecocentric texts also. The awareness of the harmonious bond of human beings with nature is reflected in Indian classical literature. The Vedic and the Upanishadic perspective present a unified view of human and nature. For example, in the Atharvaved it is mentioned, O Mother Earth, be kind to us and bestow upon us happiness. May you be fertile, arable, and nourisher of all. May you continue supporting people of all races and nations. It means here the earth is depicted endowed with all the motherly qualities. Their spirituality and religion was the strong foundation on which the harmonious relation between human and nature was developed. Then the postmodern attitude towards nature is somewhat different from the ancient attitude towards nature. In the postmodern era, rapidly drifting from our traditions of sustainable use and coexistence, we seem to be adopting human-centered approach, which puts nature on the periphery. The postmodern human beings are losing a strong bonding with the nature. Nature, which was always portrayed as preserver in the pre-independence literature, now portrayed as the destroyer in the post-independence Indian literature. There are three phases of Indian eco-criticism. Ryan K. Alex points out three phases. So I'll discuss one by one. The first is the rock bed layer. It spans from 1980 to 2004. It is evolutionary phase. He says that Indian eco-criticism largely influenced by Western eco-criticism. Though it originally started with the use of Indian theories and text, the focus was on Tamil and English literary text. It produced deny-oriented eco-criticism work. The next second phase is the regolith layer. It spans from 2004 to 2009. It initiated formation of well-organized groups OSLE India and ASLE India. The full form of OSLE is the Organization for Studies in Literature and Environment. It contributed to eco-criticism by organizing national and international conferences and seminars. And the third phase is subsoil layer. It spans from 2009 to present. It produced eco-critical documentaries. Now here I have listed some Indian novelists who produced ecocentric text, and these are Kamla Markandeya, Anita Desai, Raja Rao, R.K. Narayan, Ruskin Bond, Kiran Desai, Amitabh Ghosh, Arundhati Roy. These works of these writers can be analyzed in the light of eco-criticism. Some novelists appreciate the aesthetic beauty of nature, while some others observe the ecological crisis and try to develop awareness in Indian people to maintain ecological balance. Now here I have listed some major ecocentric works by Indian novelists like Kamla Markandeya's Nectar in a Sieve, Anita Desai's Cry the Peacock, R.K. Narayan's The Guide, Ruskin Bond's All Creatures Great and Small, Kiran Desai's The Inheritance of Loss, Amitabh Ghosh's The Hungry Tide, Arundhati Roy's The God of Small Things, Raja Roy's Kanthapura. And all these novels raises some environmental issues like biological, political, social, racial, regional, and psychological. So we can find out these issues in these novels. If we look at one by one on these novels from the point of view of eco-criticism, so in a very short, I describe you the ecological point. Like in Kamla Markandeya's Nectar in a Sieve deals with nature as a destroyer as well as preserver of life. She describes how the disasters of industrialization ruin the sweet agreement of a worker's life. Another one is Anita Desai's Cry the Peacock. So, Anita Desai's novel portrays the inner state of mind, feelings, and consciousness of characters through nature images of plants, animals, birds, and external landscapes. In Cry the Peacock, nature image express Maya's feeling of loneliness and neurosis. In R.K. Narayan's novel, he uses nature as the setting and background. He is well known for his imaginary creation Malgudi, in which his novels are set. In the guide, Saryu River and the ruined temples influence Raju the guide. The influence of nature transforms him into a saint. Then here is Ruskin Bond's No Room for a Leopard. It throws light on the miserable condition of the creatures after deforestations. His All Creatures Great and Small explicates about the chain which ties man and nature in an ecological system. Then in Kiran Desai's The Inheritance of Loss, it presents how Kanchenjunga pays for the severity of human hostility. Then in Amitabh Ghosh's Hungry Tide, it is set in the ecological region of the Sundarbans, the largest mangrove forest. Here, Ghosh describes nature by intervening myths and legends of Bon Bibi, history and experience of characters to expose the relationship between the human world and the non-human world. Arundhati Roy's The God of Small Things is a depiction of exploitation of nature by people for the sake of progress and modernization. Then in Raja Rao's novel, it describes nature's aesthetic beauty. His Kantapura shows reverential attitude of villagers towards nature. Rao uses mountains, hills, and rivers to emphasize the importance of nature in man's life. He describes the South Indian village, its custom, culture, and environment realistically and precisely. Thus, the varied environmental issues are raised in these novels, so we can analyze it from the eco-critical point of view. Thank you.